Exactly 10 minutes. When I look at the clock on the wall, they give you the fentanyl, which is the Michael Jackson drug.
Yeah. Boom, I'll tell you. It's great. Instant.
The guy says to me, he goes, I'm going to push the squeeze the trigger now. And I said, okay. He goes, you really have to try to come backwards. It is like everything's like 20 after 8. And the girl says, how you feeling? Total difference. Fantastic. Good. And she says, good. She goes, are you going home? No. Can't drive next week. Can't drive not after that. Okay.
Just send it the other way in.
And my wife in another waiting room thing. 20 minutes. We should be out of here. Do I get the jacket? That would be my wife. My wife says I don't have a heart. He says I'll get a picture. I keep doing this just like how I do. Basically, his heart was racing and he couldn't slow it down. And
Causing a problem.
Just nowadays. Yeah. Went off the deep end. You know Riley's gone.
Sorry, I got my names. Sorry, I was over my names when I across the street.
Somebody should have a turn this thing. I'm not sure. Hey, before we start, I'm going to ask everybody's connected. Connected? Good. Liz? Connected? Your iPad? Mike? Perfect. Okay. Good? Okay. I'll let you. Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So I'm going to request a moment of silence for James D. Palmer, a 1964 graduate of the North Syracuse Central School District, Douglas J. Berry Jr., who attended schools in the North Syracuse School District, Priscilla Byrne Eichhorn, a retired employee of the North Syracuse Central School District, Brandon Harvey, who attended schools in the North Syracuse Central School District, Marilyn McKay Liston, who attended schools in the North Syracuse Central School District, Ron Michaels, a retired employee of the North Syracuse Central School District, Kathleen Mulroy Hurley, a retired employee of the North Syracuse Central School District. I'm going to ask Don Keegan and John Ward to come up for the facilities update.
All right, good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to give you an update on our building upgrades and capital improvements, and really a look forward on what's taking place in the next 3 months. The projects we currently have in process are the credit union's common area upgrade at the high school, the move of the special ed from the basement up to the main floor, and with that became an additional restroom in that area. We'll go over the project timeline for Bear Road. We'll review the timeline for the roof and gym floor replacement at the junior high school. We did have some grant money that became available just recently, so we'll review what we've selected to use that money for at the junior high school. And finally, we'll wrap up with the main entrance security upgrade at the high school. So first, the commons area, and this is, almost a week old, so a lot has taken place in that time. The demolition is completed. The framing of the ceiling soffits is done. Preparation for the new carpet is done. Commons area wall features are probably 90% done now. We have a couple small things to construct yet before the carpet comes in on the 24th, but predominantly we're done with those areas. Lighting fixtures are probably 80% complete. We should have those installed operational either late in the day tomorrow or early Wednesday morning. And the wall finishes are probably 70-75% complete now. As we look ahead in the next few weeks, as I said, we'll finish up the wall and island features so that the carpet can start on the 24th. The lighting fixtures will be completed this week. Wall finishes will probably take another 2 weeks to wrap those up. The cabinetry and shelving in the credit union and bookstore was started today, and that's probably going to take us about a week and a half to finish that. And the installation of the carpet will start next Monday, and that should be completed on Friday. Just some pictures kind of give you an idea of what took place up there. Originally, as you look to the right, that's the original ceiling height. So there's basically 4 different soffits that we installed throughout that whole area, all at different heights, some at multiple heights, just to give it kind of a little effect and separate it from the main hallway area. Again, another angle. This is one of the viewing stations, so this right here is set up to take a 40-inch TV in there to use as a monitor for data or whatever is determined. And there's 2 other stations also. Just another view angle of that area. If you were to see it today, it looks 100 times different. We've started to get some color on the walls, so now you're starting to really see what it's going to look like when it's done. So right here, this is there's a monitor that again goes here. This is actually, there will be a counter here with bar height stools that the students can sit at, and there's actually will be seating in here so that you've got this whole area that you could use for a meeting, teaching station off that one monitor. Just another angle looking down. So we'll move now into the special ed, move up to the first floor and the construction of the restroom. Restroom walls, fixtures, and floors are complete. I do have the interior baseboard and the exterior wall tile now. That I'll do next week while the carpet's being installed in the commons area. And that's predominantly just on the hallway wall. The inside of the bathroom itself is completed. The hallway door came in 5 inches bigger than ordered. So they were remaking that. How that happened, I have no idea. And that should arrive tomorrow, and we'll get that put on. And then the installation of the dispensers will finish up right after that. Again, a few slides of this. I'm not a great picture taker, but I try to give you a little bit of an idea. This is a big space. I think it will work out well for them. Right off this wall, there will be they didn't want partitions because of wheelchairs and room, so they'll be able to separate that. And then back in this corner down here is where their table will go. So when they need to use that, they'll be able to close the curtain and have some privacy from the other toilet fixture. Just another view of and that's pretty much it on the bathroom. It was really pretty straightforward for us to do. Moving on to Bear Road's capital project timeline. Once school gets back in and everybody gets settled down, we'll start the whole planning process. We'll meet with the departments as a group, set them off for a little while on their own to come up with their ideas. They'll get reviewed by the core team. And that's a long process, but it's well worth doing it. We make sure we meet everybody's needs, and then as we get into the project and if determinations need to be on, does it stay or does it go, those are some of the things we'll fall back on to, why were they needed in the first place. Looking to do board approval and resolutions in September of 2016 with a bond referendum in late October of 2016. Moving on to the junior high roof, auditorium roof and gym floor replacement. Again, at the auditorium, we'll be replacing the main auditorium roof along with all the adjacent roof areas. We do have some asbestos that we will have to design the abatement of that in that process. But again, roofs are pretty straightforward. We've had a really good, strong roof replacement project that's been well supported. So this should move pretty smoothly and pretty quickly. Main gym floor, again, that's basically removing the gym floor. We did test that for any asbestos, and that came back negative. So that's a plus for us. So pretty much once school's out, we can move in and start work. So we should have no problem being ready by the start of school. In the timeline for the roof is a public hearing on September 15th. The public vote will be September 24th. And we're hoping the SED approval process will wrap up in early February so that we can get out to bid right after that. That's critical for us. We really need to be able to bid in that late February, early March at the latest time frame. Moving on to the grant money. This was money that Don became aware of a month ago, maybe, if that, from Senator Valesky. And looking at what we had in the amount of the grant money, we thought probably the best use of that would be to repair and reconstruct the main entrance stairway going into the building at the junior high. I think if you've taken a look at that, you can see that it's in need of some serious work. So we felt that would be a good use of that. Reconstruction timeline would be once school is out, June 30th. We do that work as well in conjunction with the gym floor and auditorium roof. And again, wrap that up by September 1st. So as you can see, there's a lot going on at the junior high next summer. So I think really we really need to visit the summer school location and if that's really feasible to have them there. Moving on to the high school main entrance security upgrade. The project will be submitted to SED tomorrow afternoon. I'm waiting on one signature that I'm assuming I will have this morning or tomorrow morning. And we'll get that down to King & King, and that'll get sent in. Hopefully, again, that is approved by early February in 2016. And I put in here that construction will start February to June. That's because if you remember, this was a capital outlay project or a cash-for-cash project. According to SED rules, it needs to be completed by the end of the fiscal year this year to receive the aid back in the next year. That is going to be tricky because it is the main entrance, and we cannot close that down during school when students are in there to meet code. So the hope is you have April break, you have February break, that we can get most of the major work done in that time frame and then do the things on second shift through the year without having to do that. If we do have to go longer, we do know of a few cases in districts that have been able to extend that date out and receive the aid, so that would be the path we'll pursue as we get closer and have a better idea on what it all is going to entail and how to complete that work. And that's it as far as the upgrades we have in progress at the moment. Any questions on any of the projects?
Well, John, I just want to say the changes in the high school sound really very exciting and will be something great for the students coming in September to see. Will we be able to have a tour of that before school opens?
Yes, you will. I think any time right before school starts, that last, week or closer to the beginning than sooner if possible. We're going to be pressed right to the end up there.
I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure, cabinetry, the countertops, I'm not going to have the countertops on by the start of school. They will have a countertop there. It just won't be the finished product, so they'll be able to use it. The security curtain, that's a special design, custom design curtain. We had to work some magic to kind of get the financing for that approved. So I don't anticipate that done. And I may have a couple counters that don't affect anything that I'll do after school starts, but that should be about it. Everything else will be ready to go.
Thank you.
I do know also that the finance and banking students are, is this on? I do know that the finance and banking students are working with the folks from Core Federal Credit Union and the administration at the high school to schedule a ribbon cutting. But it will be probably mid-September after things are a little bit settled and up and running. So once we know the time and the date, I think they're going to try to tie it in to the schedule of when that class meets so the kids can be involved, but we will certainly invite all of you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
The Board of Education meetings are meetings that are public, and we welcome you to attend them and observe, but not to participate. With that being said, the Board of Education welcomes your attendance at all meetings and allows public comments. However, issues involving particular students, employees, are not permissible topics during the public meeting. Employee and student concerns should be addressed to the superintendent of schools during regular business hours. You may also email your comments to the board at cgibson@nscsd.org. If you have signed in to speak, please remember that each speaker is only allowed 3 minutes to present your remarks on any topic other than those pertaining to individual employee or student matters. Board of Education members will not engage in conversation or answer questions during this portion of the meeting. With that being said, we have one comment from the audience, Amy Morrison. We're welcoming you back for comments from previous, right?
Hello, my name is Amy Morrison. I'm a senior at CNS High School. On behalf of the Cicero North Syracuse High School Science Olympiad Club, I'd like to personally thank the Board of Education for allowing clubs, which were unfunded in the school district's budget, the opportunity to fundraise in order to reinstate themselves. Thanks to the immense support of our local community, I'm happy to again be able to say that the CNS Science Olympiad Club will be able to continue its success in the upcoming 2015-2016 school year. It is always truly amazing to see the support of the community provides for educational opportunities in the STEM field. Due to our community, we're here today and will be welcoming even more students into our club in September. We look forward to another year of competition, teamwork, academic growth, and friendship. We will again positively represent the Cicero North Syracuse School District in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Okay, we'll move into board committee reports and comments. I think we have dates set for meetings.
Yep, I met with Connie, and the first policy committee meeting is going to be September 9th at 5 p.m. The agenda has been sent out to all, of all policies up for review, and
Thank you. Any other comments? Just, okay, and Ms. Speech?
Just a couple of things. You know, it's that time of the summer. The countdown is on. Opening's just around the corner. We're in the process of planning opening day for staff. I did something about that in the Friday letter to the board, and once we have the actual outline and agenda finalized, we'll be sharing that with you as well. Today we started preseason. We're working around the heat index. Mr. Bednarski's been good about watching that, and we'll continue to watch that all week. The Special Education Study Committee will be meeting tomorrow. The task tomorrow is to take a timeline that we developed and turn it into an action plan forward and talk more about some changes in there. Getting excited about the start of this.
Thank you. So we will move into routine action items. One of those things is a consideration for contract awards. I believe one of them was a roll call, correct, Connie? Was that down below? The authorization. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about those bids that were sent out? Then can we have a motion to take A, B, C, and D as a group? Mr. Harrington, Ms. Scanlon, all in favor? That's unanimous. Okay, discussion action items. Does anybody have any questions? Because A, B, C, and D are employment related or positions. Do we have any questions? Okay, can we take that as a group, A, B, C, and D as a group? Mr. Schuster, Mr. Harrington, all in favor? That's unanimous. Okay, the appointment of the impartial hearing officer. Do I have a motion to take that? That's E. Ms. Scanlon, Mr. McClintock, all in favor? That's unanimous. Resolution for the tax rate. The only, this is a roll call, but just because of the way this is set up, Don, could you give us a little bit of an explanation about the equalization rate, just because it might be scary for the people in the town of Clay to think that they're paying $539.68 and somebody in Cicero is only paying $23.26?
The towns of Cicero and Salina are full value assessments. That means that the assessed value of their property is approximately the fair market value of the property, whereas Clay uses a partial assessment. So the assessments of those properties are much lower, and therefore you have to multiply a larger dollar amount, a larger tax rate, by those assessments in order to get the comparable tax for a $100,000 fair market home.
Thank you. I just wanted to, I knew the answer, but I wanted to have that stated publicly. Okay, so do we have a motion? Mr. McClintock, and second, Mr. Marizio. Connie? Yes?
Yes.
McClintock? Harry?
Yes.
And moving on to G&H, those are tax warrants and tax collections. Do we have a motion to take those as a group? Ms. Scanlon, Ms. Cash, all in favor? That's unanimous. Then we'll move into the resolution to approve a different set of attorneys due to a tax certiorari conflict with Bonshank and King. Do I have a motion? Ms. Cash, Ms. Scanlon, all in favor? That's unanimous. Now we move into acknowledgement of gifts. Okay, the North Syracuse Education Foundation donated to the North Syracuse Central School District $862 to reinstate the CNS High School FCCLA advisor for the 15-16 school year. The North Syracuse Education Foundation also donated to NSCSD $928 to reinstate the CNS High School Math League advisor for the year 2015-16. And the NSCF donated to North Syracuse Central School District $4,259.91 to reinstate CNS High School Science Olympiad advisors for the 2015-16 school year. The North Syracuse Education Foundation donated to the North Syracuse Central School District $862. Why is this is on here? Oh, this is the junior high school. Okay, $862 to reinstate North Syracuse Junior High School's FCCLA advisor for the 2015-16 school year. North Syracuse Education Foundation donated to the North Syracuse Central School District $10,126.97 to reinstate the North Syracuse Junior High Cadet Winter Guard and Co-Director Cadet Winter Guard advisors for the 2015-16 school year. The foundation also donated to North Syracuse Central School District $3,448 to reinstate the North Syracuse Junior High School Science Olympiad advisor for 2015-16 school year. NSCF donated to the North Syracuse Central School District $6,040 to reinstate the girls JV tennis coach for the 2015-16 school year. North Stars Boys Golf Booster Club donated to the North Syracuse Central School District $6,040 to reinstate the boys green golf coach for the 2015-16 school year. The Boys Varsity Track Booster Club donated to the North Syracuse Central School District $5,346 to reinstate the Boys Varsity Cross Country Assistant Coach. Financial donations totaling $4,435 were made to the Main Street Early Education Department in memory of Mary Vaughn, a special education teacher who recently passed away. Yes.
I'd also like to mention that these amounts that are noted as donations from the North Syracuse Education Foundation, that 2/3 of those dollar amounts were raised by fundraising by the groups themselves, as you heard tonight from the young lady that spoke, and 1/3 of it comes directly from the North Syracuse Education. Thank all of those groups, all of those students, all of those parents, and all the community members and the North Syracuse Education Foundation for helping all of these experience possible for our students.
Really?
Yes.
Clap.
So the recommended action is that we accept these gifts with gratitude. So do I have a motion to accept K? Ms. Scanlon, Ms. Cash, all in favor of that? That is unanimous. So due to, pardon me? No, I did skip J. Yep, okay. Okay. Do I have a motion to take J? Yeah, okay. So, okay. I'm obviously not focused on this. Okay, so we have the recommendation to reinstate FCCLE, CNS Math League, CNS Science Olympiad, NSJHS, FCCLA, the North Syracuse Junior High School Cadet Winter Guard and Cadet Winter Guard co-directors, the North Syracuse Junior High School Science Olympiad, girls varsity or junior varsity tennis, boys green golf, boys varsity cross country advisors and coaches for the 2015 and 2016 school year due to the above donations. Do I have a motion? Ms. Scanlon, Ms. Cash, all in favor? That is unanimous. M is a designated gift towards the purchase of the new scoreboard at the Michael J. Bragman Stadium per our scoreboard sponsorship contract. Do I have a motion to accept? Mr. McClintock, Ms. Scanlon, all in favor? That's unanimous. Okay, the personnel reports. Do we have any need for an executive session? Or do I have a motion to take A, B, and C as a group? Motion? Mr. Harrington, Mr. Schuster, all in favor? That's unanimous. So we will make a motion to move. Motion to move into executive session for the purpose of hearing a parental appeal of a superintendent's decision, to receive an update on negotiations with the middle managers, bus engineers, principals, teachers, directors, and food service bargaining units, to review 2 legal matters relative to potential litigation, to review the employment record of 4 individuals with action to follow on the parental appeal, and the employment record of 1 individual. Do I have that motion? Mr. Marizio, Ms. Scanlon, all in favor? That's unanimous. Okay. Thank you.